Nothing could be more exciting than seeing an animal like an elephant or a tiger in the wild. But what does it cost to do something like that? Well, this video will help describe some of the costs involved in seeing these animals.
If you're like me, you watch a lot of Animal Planet and the Travel Channel, but they never seem to give you prices for seeing iconic wildlife. You can go to travel shows and attend lectures, meet Abe Lincoln, and get tons of brochures, but those are mostly for higher end excursions. I mean, to pay $8,000 to $12,000 for a 10-day African safari, or $10,000 to take an 8-day trip to see a polar bear? Well, if you can afford that, great, but I can't. Now, you can always do volunteer vacations with groups like Earthwatch, or like I did last year with My Cat in Malaysia, where you work with a conservation group and sometimes help in research. These trips are often cheaper if you want to go that route. But be sure to always look into the group that you are going to help. For instance, in South Africa and Zimbabwe, there are many volunteer opportunities that unfortunately aren't helping out good conservation efforts. In short, if you're able to play with lion cubs or cheetahs all day, as cute and fun as that may be, it could be harming real wildlife conservation in the long run. So always do your research first. And I have a few links in this video's description to help you out. And of course, you can always try to stay in hostels or cheaper camping options, or try to call last minute to places that are trying to fill up rooms. But those are risky and sometimes won't always work for wildlife safaris. Now obviously, if you're traveling within your own country, for me the US, to look at wildlife at locations like Yellowstone or Alaska, or searching for wild horses in Arizona, it's going to be a lot cheaper due to cheaper airfare and the ability to rent your own car. Now back to safari vacations. I've been going on wildlife safaris for over 15 years. My first African safari to Kenya, I averaged around $120 a day for everything. Luxury tent, park fees, food, safari rides and jeeps, everything. But times sure have changed. I now try to keep my safari costs to an average of $300 to $350 a day. So again, that price is for everything. Food, a place to stay, a guide, park fees, etc., etc. And that has held true recently for my safaris to Brazil, Africa, India, all with a total cost of about $3,500 for a 10-day safari. So here are a few tips to keep your safari within reach. First, choose a travel company that understands what you can afford. There are a million to choose from, so when you travel, do some research and get some quotes. And when you find a company you like, try to book your trip early. Many times I try to book my trip as close to 6 months to a year out. That way I could lock in on the current year prices as they go up year after year. It's easy nowadays to look up reviews online to make sure you're staying at a place that fits your needs and within your budget. Feel free to ask for an itinerary, and if they have you staying at only 4-star resorts, see if they can change it a little to a 3-star resort or 2-star every now and then. And if you like who you picked and want to use the same company another time, see if you can get a discount due to repeat business. You can also bring others. Traveling solo, like I've done in the past, can be fun, but to have your own room or tent means you're going to pay more. If you bring a partner, you could save. As well as you could save even more by bringing in another couple or opening the trip up to a group opportunity. You'll be able to save hundreds of dollars this way. Another tip for you is to try to travel off-season. For instance, in Tanzania and Kenya, you'll be seeing the same animals in January and February that you would in June and July for that great migration river crossings. You may not see a croc-eater wildebeest with 100 other jeeps around, but you're still going to get a view of an awesome wildlife. So always look into which time of the year can fit into what you can afford, as well as location. Sometimes staying closer or farther away from the parks can obviously affect how much you're paying. Well, I hope this video has helped you get an understanding of what it may cost to see your favorite animals in the wild. It ain't often cheap, but it's always worth it. Thanks for watching.